Thanks for joining us. We're off to a boat explosion, well out to sea and over 100 kilometres up the coast near Forster. We're sending 2 helicopters, Angel 2 with the rescue crewmen, ready to jump in the water at any time, and Angel 1 with the ambulance paramedics not far behind.
It's the busiest helicopter rescue service in the Southern Hemisphere, and today's mission is one of hundreds they'll carry out each month.
Westpac 1's airborne, 5 POV for approach helicopter, Westpac 1, Westpac 1's airborne, following Westpac 2 for regarding a boat on fire.
Straight away we know there's people in the water, so that's urgent. 25-minute flight time to Forster off Cape Hawke is a long time for someone to be in the water, so it's go. We send the 407 first straight away with the rescue crewmen, and we're going to back them up with the bigger machine with the ambulance paramedics if the patient does need medical intervention.
Westpac 2 is Westpac 1. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Camo, apparently 5 k's east of Cape Hawke was the last we got from the police. Yep, Roger, copy that.
There's someone out there, there's someone either on the boat or in the water, so that's first and foremost in our mind. I'm just gathering information from the police and passing it on to the machine in front, because I know they're going to be ready to put someone in the water.
North off to Westpac 1 or Westpac 2. Westpac 1, go ahead. Thanks, Westpac 1. Further information we have that its vessel is located near Latitude Rock. Westpac just spoke to the police. Latitude Rock is about 10 mile off Cape Hawke at Latitude Rock. Copy that, thanks Westpac 1. Apparently the police will be launching an officer in a Coast Guard vessel, but obviously that'll take some time to get out there. Westpac, copy that, thanks.
Local police and the Coast Guard have launched a vessel, but help is still a long way off.
Our role is to get there as quick as we can and get that person out of the water and back up into the aircraft as quickly and as safely as we can.
They're going to be out there a lot later than what we are, I think, by the sounds of it. It's about 10 mile out.
And then, out of the blue, the first sign of smoke, well off in the distance.
Confirm you got the boat side, it's on fire still? Yeah, we've still got black smoke coming up on it. Roger, copy that. We're going to have trouble finding. Okay, mate. Yeah, we'll put this on and have a look and we'll stay in the area until you get on scene. Westpac 2, Westpac 1, we're about, must be about 5 or 6 miles beyond. Yeah, mate, this boat's flowing through here, right? It's covered right down to the water line. There's no people visible. Do you know if the fellow was full of persons on board? Yes, mate, for one person on board, mate, that's as much as we know. Yeah, Westpac 1, Roger, we've got burnt debris trail. We're just going to follow that a little bit, head down to the south of the burning vessel and see if we can locate anything. Yeah, mate, there's a fair chance he'll be there somewhere. Yeah, roger that. Obviously, if we do find anyone in the water, if you put Danny in, we'll have a chat and see what we're going to do then. We've got the frogs here.
With no signs of life around the smouldering wreck, the crew is beginning to fear the worst.
My main role is when, or if we do find somebody, is to go into the water and retrieve the person and get them back on board.
Let's look at it, no sign of life at this time.
Initially it looks like that he may be in the boat. Obviously if he's in the boat there's nothing to retrieve. We can see an oil slick, we can see bits and pieces of stuff floating in the water, so at the moment we're just looking, trying to find him.
We'll stay up here at 500, Rog. Thanks, guys.
We have over the years had quite a success in finding people in the water.
Sure, fact.
It is very hard. We're flying around at 500 feet, the 407. The smaller machine is much lower, searching around the boat, and we're searching a bit further afield from the boat so we can see a lot more from up there. But trying to find a head in the water is next to impossible.
The search for a survivor of the boat explosion is now almost a couple of kilometres from where the blast happened.
With every passing moment, the crew begins to wonder if we'll find anyone alive.
Okay, have the survivor side at left, 10 o'clock low, 300 metres.
Miraculously, Nico's sharp eyes have spotted a person in the water, and to the crew's excitement, he's alive.
He's coming around, left 9 o'clock, he's coming around, he's at 300 metres. Coming around at 11 o'clock, on the nose, 300 metres. nose. Go back around your 1 o'clock, Oz. Back to your 1 o'clock. Got him on the nose? Yeah, I've got him. Got him sided, hold short. 1 o'clock. Yep. We'll just guide Rog in there. Yeah, he's at 1 o'clock to us, Rog. He's swimming, he's waving. Just coming on our starboard side. He's got a white shirt on.
My job, keep the eyes on the survivor all the time, talk the pilot round. Biggest mistake, take your eyes off the survivor in the water and you lose him. It's criminal. If you lose someone in the water after you found them, particularly when they're waving for help, you find it very hard to sleep at night.
Okay.
Very excited, the fact that we've got a survivor in the water, the adrenaline's pumping obviously, then the training takes over.
Tell Rog we'll pick Danny up, we've got the frogs in here. So we're just coming behind you and we'll come in and pick Danny up.
It's critical to get a member of the team into the water to start helping the patient.
And we're going to drop Danny into the water to actually get someone in the water next to him. We know that if we get someone in the water next to him, half the job's over.
As you're leaving the skids, well, it all happens pretty quickly, but you want to make sure you hit the water the right way, because if you don't, you can really hurt yourself. So as you're stepping off, you're just making sure that you're getting the posture correct and that you've got hold of your gear so you don't lose anything.
No loose articles, secure. Okay, first out of the hoist, confirm. Thermal has cable cut authority, confirm. And I'm set in the back.
Both helicopters are sitting off him at the moment, and when Danny's ready, he'll give us a thumbs up and we'll move in and we'll winch him out into the aircraft for the paramedics to do their bit.
Well spotted there, Newcastle. Yeah. There was a white cap that never went away. Okay, just hold short of him, Oz.
While Danny is in the water, Ozzy now uses his skills as the pilot to delicately manoeuvre his 5-ton machine.
We're just coming up to the survivor in the water. As soon as I lose sight of him or something else floating on the water, I've got nothing to hover on. I've got no hover reference, and all I'm looking for now as I go past the survivor, because he'll be behind me now and virtually underneath the aircraft, is I have to focus on the surface of the water and try and just see it pick up a bubble or some foam or even some debris to focus on that I can hover off and give me a hover reference. Because over the water you don't know whether you're going backwards or forwards or sideways, so it's very difficult without something actually tangible that you can focus on.
Move forward, advise losing sight. We've got 20 to run, losing sight.
I have to rely on whoever's operating the hoist at the time to give me clear direction over the intercom which way to move the aircraft. When they give me a command to move the aircraft, I then have to try move it in accordance to what I see on the surface of the water. And they're giving me commands that are only in feet, so it's very hard to judge moving the aircraft 1 or 2 feet in either direction.
The downdraft from the machine has been pushing the guys away from the hook, so we are going to come in again with a little more height.
3, 2, 1. Get the hook in hand, moving forward. Hold.
Finally, Danny has the hook. He just has to clip it into his harness.
Come back 5, back 5, back 4, back 3, 2, 1. Hold. Plenty of slack cable on the water. Just waiting for the thumbs up. Okay, have the thumbs up. Yeah, just right of the aircraft now. Clear the hoist in the slack. Clear the hoist. And come up, take the weight. Taking the weight. It's going to plummet through the water, directly underneath the aircraft, and weight's coming on now. Weight is on, directly under the aircraft, and then clear of the water. Clear the hoist. Clear the hoist. And hoisting on the way up. Got a good reference there, Oz? Yep. On the way up. 20 below the skids. Control check. Control's good. Continue to hoist up. This guy's very badly burnt, guys. Get ready for this guy. 1 below the skids. Just going to ease him past the step. This guy's fairly crook. Okay, just going to ease him up past the step now. Got skin off him everywhere.
It's only now that the paramedics can see the full extent of his injuries. It's now up to them to keep him alive.
Turn him around and bring him inside the aircraft. Both survivor and rescue crewmen are in the aircraft. Go to A hospital, just wait for the paramedics. Okay, I'm on a harness test, mate, so I can get up there again. Where do the paramedics want to go? Preferably land somewhere, Aussie, when there's another ambulance. Okay, where there's another ambulance. Back at Forster itself, right? Yeah, we're going to Forster.
As expected, he's wet, cold, shivering, in a lot of pain, and he has extensive burns to his face and his arms and other spots.
Okay, can you confirm who is the only person on board the vessel? Danny, get us make it from the back, man. Just stand by. Could somebody find out if he was the only bloke on board the vessel? He says no, he's the only one on the boat. He's the only one. Affirmative, he's the only one. Take one. Here, Westpac 1, for information, we've picked up one survivor out of the water. We're currently heading to Forster, so the paramedics can treat him. He is burnt, and we'll be in Forster Township itself in approximately 3 or 4 minutes.
Right, copy that. Whereabouts?
Near the aquatic centre, as close as we can get. Yeah, the aquatic centre's got a large open area, that'll be fine.
And do you need police there, or do you have ambulance there? Or...
We've got paramedics on board. I'll get to contact the ambulance. I'll try and do that now if I can get through to them. Towards at the aquatic centre.
We realise that he's going to need a fair bit of organisation to get him properly set up and treated. We can't really do that as we are out over the ocean, so we'll land and use the extra hands and resources to stabilise the patient, get him more comfortable. The treatment we need to do for this chap, he does have burns, but he's also cold. The first treatment in burns is to try and get the heat out of the burns, and that normally requires putting water or something on to cool it down, but because this chap's been in the water for a long time, that's actually taken place. So what he has is burns, but he's also now very cold, and he's in a lot of pain. So what he needs is to be actually warmed up, but also get some pain relief, get some intravenous fluids going, oxygen. We have to make sure, try and work out whether he has airway burns, which are quite serious and needs even more rapid transport to the hospital.
And pre-landing test complete. You just got the goalpost and the lights there on? Yep. So where's the ambulance? Oh, we're just turning into this street here. It's on its way. I'll get out and take up the guard, change on the ground guard. Okay, wait. Okay. Copy, Greg. 95% sat on oxygen. I'll get out and take up the guard, change on the ground guard. Okay.
Body, we estimated about 45–50% of his body is burnt. However, his main airway and places like that seem to be intact, so it's not significantly life-threatening at this stage, but certainly in the future, those burns are certainly to be regarded as serious. How's the pain, mate?
It's cold.
Okay.
Cold. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Greg, you right for some pain relief? We'll have to get him out of the helicopter and onto a stretcher, probably get him his wounds dressed, pain relief on board, and then we communicate to the hospital to let them know we're coming into the John Hunter Hospital. He's feeling the cold, there's no doubt about that, but we need to dress his wounds. We'll wrap him up in several space blankets and normal blankets, some fluids, intravenous fluids running, and some pain relief, which will quieten him down and make him more comfortable.
He was hard to see from the air, wasn't he?
Very, mate. I don't realise how easy it'd be to miss someone.
Yeah. Alright, we're getting another blanket on here.
I've got the other space blanket on him.
I'm pausing your lie still for us, alright? Okay, we're going to tuck you in, alright? Okay. Now Barry, it's important you lie still for us, okay? On the way. We'll be in the helicopter.
We need to get him to the most appropriate hospital, which in this case is John Hunter Hospital. We'll speak to the John Hunter Hospital. We'll tell them what we've got and how long we'll be out, which in the helicopter is quite a short time. Okay, Barry, in the helicopter again. The helicopter is essential. We went to try to do this by boat. It takes quite a long time to find them and get to the scene in a boat, and then you're still stuck out at sea with a crook patient. So the helicopter is great in all ways for retrieving the patient, finding the patient, getting there quickly to the scene. With both helicopters involved, we can get the crewman there to get into the water with him, and with the backup with the ambulance flight paramedics close behind, we can get that patient out of the water and into the care of paramedics, and then to further transport him back to the appropriate trauma hospital in a very rapid manner.
Our patient is not out of harm's way yet. He is stable, with burns to almost 50% of his body. He is in urgent need of hospital care.
The patient we rescued from the sea suffered horrific burns and has spent months in hospital recovering. He has now gone home.
I'd like to say a sincere thank you to the Westpac Helicopter Service. Without their services, I'm sure I wouldn't be here talking to you today. Definitely, the service saved my life.